Okay, so what I've done here is we're looking at a distance of about, say, 15 feet away. I've chosen my victim to be a cucumber. And there is the cucumber. Okay, let's have a look at it on the plate. So there's the cucumber. And what I've done is I've actually put a camera there, which is connected to my laptop. So I'm actually going to be filming the pellet penetrating the cucumber, and have a look how that test goes. Right. So let's just take it from there and see what happens. Alright, so let's have a look at how we did from a long distance shoot. We can see we penetrated the cucumber there, right in the middle. That's the entry spot, is right over there. And if we go around the cucumber, let's just turn it around. We can actually see there's little drops, it's busy bleeding, and here is the exit wound over there. Okay, very small, very tiny. Okay, so it went right through, penetrated the cucumber, and again, there is the entry wound. Okay, let's just see if the camera can pick that up. The first shot was from about 15 feet away. What I'm going to do now is shoot from close range, which will be approximately about 6 feet away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you can see the entry wound is over here. There it is there. There's the entry wound of the close shot we took. And let's just turn it around, and we can see it exited over there. There's your exit. Get the camera. So what we've done is we've just brought the cucumber into the house, and what I'm going to do is now we can actually have a look at one of the wounds there, whether it's I think that was one of the entry wounds, and the exit wound would be that side there. Okay, and then I took 2 shots at it. One from a long distance, about 15 feet away, another one was about 6 feet away. So it's very small, as you can see. It's very tiny, very tiny entry wounds. But trust me, I've actually seen on YouTube where a person was actually shot with one of these, and it was made also a very small entry mark. Obviously it penetrated the skin, and it made quite a huge red mark. He was shot in the back with it. So yeah, he's not going to die from it, but it's going to hurt. Let's cut this open. I want to cut this open and see if we can possibly trace the actual path. All right, so I'm just trying to get the lighting right over here. So right, okay folks, here's the result of the first shoot. This was taken when I shot. I was standing about 15 feet away from the target. Now the reason I stood about 15 feet away, in a normal situation, when you do home, when there's a home invasion and you were to use it on a person, you'd be standing about between 10 and 15 feet away. So this was the first test, where we could clearly see that there was the entry wound, obviously, and it sliced right through the cucumber, and it actually came to rest over there. All right. So here we can see, if we can just turn it and have a look there. Here it is over there. Okay. So if it were to go into a person's skin, I'm not sure how far it will go into a person's the human body. I'm not sure. I've never tried that, and hopefully I'll never have to. But just to give you a very clear indication, this was shot from 15 feet away, and the other one that the other shot was taken from approximately 6 feet away. So traveling at 520 feet a second, this little pellet is going to do a lot of damage, depending on where you shoot your victim. If you shoot him in the neck, you're probably going to hit the artery and he will die. If you shoot him in the leg, he's not going to run away. Shoot him in the foot, he's going to be doing a Michael Jackson dance for the next 12 hours. I'm trying to look for the pathway that the pellet, there it is there. Okay, so you can see there was the exit wound. Okay, very clearly. Can you see it there? Alright, let's just put this one out the way. Over here there is the exit wound, okay, and there was the entry wound, and this is the path that the pellet followed. Now folks, the whole point of this is to show you that I've chosen the cucumber for the very reason that the skin is very hard on the outside. You can see it's very hard. Now that, if you take human skin for instance, let me just put this knife down. If you take human skin, the human skin is very soft, okay, compared to this. This is very, very, very hard. And the reason I chose this test is because I wanted to see if it penetrates the your cucumber, and indeed it had no problem doing it. So it went right from there, right through the cucumber, and then it sliced out and it came through, and there's the exit wound. Okay, folks, I just want to have a look at something here. On that side there, okay, because just in case you're wondering, just to actually show you, that would have been, as I said, the entry wound over there, okay, and then it there's the pathway that it would have followed, and it actually looks as if it ends there, okay. That's only because I cut it skew, all right, because if you put it like that, if I put it together like that, you see this cucumber over here in my right hand. Let me point it out to you. You see there it carries on, and there you can see very clearly, very, very clearly there, that it actually exited the cucumber. That's just to prove to you that in fact, indeed, it did exit the cucumber. So in other words, if I held it like that next to each other, we can see, because I couldn't get a perfect slice when I cut the cucumber, obviously. So there's the entry wound, and it traveled through there, and it continued out there. Here you can see, and it exited the cucumber there. So I think that concludes that test, and I think it's quite a successful test to show you that indeed, if you had to be shot in the body with that thing, if you were to defend yourself and you had to shoot somebody, they are going to get incredibly hurt, because the cucumber, as I said, is very, very hard. The skin is actually very hard, and the actual flesh of the cucumber is also a little bit harder than what our skin is, but it basically would resemble, I would say, resemble our tissue and perhaps even muscle. So if the bullet penetrated this entire cucumber from one end to the other, and you shot a human being with it in self-defense, let me tell you something, it's potentially lethal. It really is potentially lethal, but it will stop an attacker in his tracks. So that's the end of that test, and we're out of here.